The big question on everybody's lips is, what is Valorant? Well, I've played this game for over 35 hours in the closed alpha. So in this video, I'm going to just break it down and tell you guys what this game is. Now, a big question everybody has been asking is this an Overwatch killer? And I'm afraid the answer to that is no. In fact, it doesn't really play anything like Overwatch. If you're a typical Overwatch player, this game has got a completely different flow to it. The best comparison is back to games like Counter-Strike, 1.6, CSGO, those style of games. That is exactly what Valorant is. However, it throws in a little bit of extra spice. It gives you the ability to use abilities. You've got these Overwatch light abilities, let's say, or Siege light abilities, or straight up abilities taken from Siege, taken from Overwatch. You've got things like Seige. She is a Sentinel hero. So what that means is she's more defensive focused, and it means she can deploy a wall. Well, if you've played Overwatch, you've probably played Mei, and so you know all about deployable walls. And that's kind of what we're looking at here, guys. It's a game that exists in a space where there hasn't been a game before, because it's taking from all of these other top FPS games and combining it together and producing this product. Now, people have been asking about the graphics as well. All of the footage you guys are seeing on the channel is of the highest graphical settings. Anti-aliasing is turned up. Everything is at full. The textures are at full. This is the way the game looks. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. The reason why it looks so, can I say bad? I don't want to say bad because it doesn't look bad. Let me explain. So it looks good enough for what they're trying to do. And what they're trying to do is make a very clean, a very crisp tactical shooter game. That's exactly what the graphics engine does, and it makes it very clear when you see an enemy. You see them, you shoot them. There's this whole idea of a clean space at every choke. So where you're expecting people to pop out, maybe peek around a corner, the walls behind them and the area by that is very clear, so the model will stand out and it's easier for you to shoot. Now, talking of shooting and time to kill, it is, of course, incredibly fast in this game. A lot of the weapons can one-shot kill you if they get you in the head, but you're basically going to die. If somebody is shooting at you, you're probably going to die unless you're maybe Jet and you've got a movement ability that can pull you out of the fight. Apart from that, you're probably going to die unless you can, I don't know, flip around really quick and then shoot the enemy and kill them before they kill you. Yeah. Or maybe their spray goes a bit crazy. Yeah. Generally, in this game, if you are being shot, you are probably going to die. Now, I was getting a bunch of questions, things like, hey, Sty, can you AD spam? So in Overwatch, you would use AD, left and right spam. So if you're in, like, I don't know, a Soldier 76 duel, you would be spamming left, right, crouch, and all of that stuff. You can't do that in Valorant. You will just die. Like, as soon as you're being shot, you need to return fire immediately, or hope that somebody on your team can kill them. Or if your Jet use a movement ability, that's kind of it. Like, you're just going to die. It's all about setting up before you shoot. That's the whole point of Valorant. It's very similar to CSGO in that way. You're not going to run out and take a duel with somebody and, like, AD, spam, dodge, and all that. It's not going to happen. You're just going to get killed. Now, let's go back to Overwatch for a second, because a lot of you guys watching this video, you're big Overwatch fans. I'm a massive Overwatch fan. Is this Overwatch? It's not Overwatch. What transferable skills from Overwatch actually transfer into Valorant? I'm struggling to find any, to be honest. I mean, yeah, okay, we're aware of ability usage, and we're aware of using abilities in fights, but with Overwatch, your abilities are all on cooldowns, and you use them multiple times every round and every match. With Valorant, you need to buy your abilities at the start of a round, and then you can only use them the amount of times each ability it stipulates in the UI. So, for example, Jet with her boost ability, where she can jump up in the air, it's called Updraft, she can do that twice per round, and that's it. You can't just do it over and over again. Now, some abilities, like Jet's Tailwind, which is her dash, that resets. So you get it for free at the start of a round. You don't have to buy it. But then if you use it, you can't use it again unless you get 2 kills. Now, these signature abilities, some of them are time-based, so they'll be on cooldown. So the heal, for example, from Seige, I believe it's like a 40-second cooldown, or so, maybe 35 seconds. But when she uses it, it's a cooldown, and then she can use it again. She doesn't have to kill anybody to get that back. But the rounds are so short, it's not like she's using this thing 5 times, 6 times a round. She's using it maybe once or twice at a push. And that's the way to look at Valorant. It's all about setting up kills. Abilities are there to set up kills. They are not there to secure kills. They give you an advantage if they're used in the correct way. But here's the big thing with Valorant. If you cannot aim, You will not be able to carry with ability usage. You will not be able to win any matches if you just can't aim. Most of Valorant is about that style of tactical CSGO aim. It's not about arena shooter aim. It's not about Overwatch aim, where, you know, a Genji could be jumping above your head and you're having to spin around and shoot him, and there's long times to kill. You know, I play a lot of soldiers, so, you know, you'd be shooting a tank for a long time before it even died, if it was getting healed, if it had barriers, all of that. None of that exists in Valorant. You need to keep your crosshair level. You need to play the angles. You need to play with line of sight. It is just tactical. I mean, it's pointless me explaining that because you guys can see it on the video footage in the background. You can see how this game plays. It is slow-paced. But it doesn't feel slow-paced when you play, right? Because you're thinking, like, where's the setup? Where do I need to be? What spike site am I looking at? What's our push? Are we going to rush B? Are we going to rush C? What are we going to do? What weapons am I going to buy at the start of a round? Because, of course, everybody gets access to the same weapons, which, of course, is why it's super important that you can aim and play the game. Now, that's not to say people who play Overwatch will be terrible at the game. I play Overwatch, and I'm pretty good at this game. Yes, I did play a lot of Counter-Strike like 10 years ago, but it's not difficult to learn. It's just a completely different style of game. Where I really start to worry with this game is when you look at tank players in Overwatch. If you're a main tank player, unless you play a lot of Orisa, and even then, Orisa is a projectile weapon. It's not a hit scan weapon. Transferring to Valorant, I don't think you have any transferable skills there. It's the same as if you are a support player, maybe playing Mercy or Lucio. It's going to be radically different. If you're an Ana player, okay, maybe that it might be okay. You're used to using a hit scan sniper weapon, so it might be okay. But this is a completely different game. So to answer the question, will this kill Overwatch? I mean, no. I don't think this will actually impact Overwatch. When you look at the trajectory that Overwatch is on, we're waiting for Overwatch 2. And that's going to bring heavy PvE elements to the game. It's also going to bring a new PvP game mode called Push, and we hope it's going to bring a load of new heroes into the game. And that's going to be fine. Will Valorant affect that? Will Valorant take players away from it? I don't think so. So what is Valorant trying to do? This is the massive, massive question. What is it trying to do? Well, it is really fun to play. I really enjoy playing this game. 128 tick rate servers is pretty much unheard of. This means it's very accurate. The game runs at incredibly high FPS because, yeah, the graphics are kind of potato quality, but they're good enough for what they need to be. Everything feels really good. It feels really tight. It feels really well put together. It is clearly built to be a ultra competitive tactical shooter, and they are clearly targeting having some sort of massive esport with this. The question is, will it actually succeed? That's the other one. Now, when we talk about things like Overwatch League, we talk about Rainbow Six Siege stuff, you talk about all the CSGO majors, you throw all of this stuff in. Does Valorant have a space? Can Valorant slot into that world? That is actually a very populated world at the moment. Well, here's the thing, right? What Riot are trying to do with Valorant is they're trying to make an FPS game that appeals to everybody. So there's never been an FPS game which is popular in the West and in the East as well. In the East, you've got a game called Crossfire, which is like massively popular. It's basically a terrible Counter-Strike clone from what I understand. Counter-Strike, however, is really popular in the West, but nobody plays it in the East. So what Riot are trying to do is produce a game that everybody plays and becomes the global standard for tactical FPS esports content, and also for, well, just competitive gameplay. Now, like I said, guys, I think this is a good game. I do enjoy playing it. Will it kill Overwatch? No. Will it actually affect Overwatch? I don't think so. Now, it is free to play, so everybody can give it a blast. It's not available to play right now, but when it is available to play in summer, you may as well give it a download and see what it's like. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but it's not really going to hurt you, right? It's free to play. Again, that's typically what Riot does, makes stuff free to play to try and get a big install user base, and also makes the graphics pretty low end so everybody can play it. So what are my final thoughts after playing the entire alpha bootcamp weekend for some 35 hours? Well, I really enjoy this game. You guys can probably tell if you've watched the other footage that I've put out on the channel, and if you caught my stream yesterday when we were taking part in the Twitch Rivals stuff. I actually had one of my clips shown as apparently the second best highlight from the entire Twitch Rivals thing, which I was quite happy about. I enjoy this game. I think it is really, really fun. It is not Overwatch, though. Is this going to stop me play Overwatch? No, it isn't. It really isn't going to stop me play Overwatch. I'll be playing Overwatch probably for a long time. Overwatch is a unique game. Overwatch is a team-based hero shooter that really heavily focuses on abilities. This game is completely different. It's a tactical shooter that really heavily lies on your ability to aim. You can clutch in this game. You can go out there and kill the whole enemy team. You can be the last person left on your team and then kill the enemy team and bring it back. It feels great for that. It's got some really major benefits when you compare it directly to Overwatch. Overwatch has this prolonged fight phase where, let's say you're playing Hanamura and you're waiting for your team to group together to push the first point, and they're not. They're trickling in. It's getting really frustrating. You're like, guys, come on, what are we doing? Come on, guys. The difference here with Valorant is it's all round-based. It's similar to CSGO. So in the first round, yeah, you might try something stupid, whatever, it doesn't work. Then the next round begins. But the crucial thing is you all start together. You are together. It's a fresh start. It is like a mental reset. Overwatch doesn't have that, and the game can get really drawn out. You can get kind of, annoyed that things are not going well, and then you stop playing the game. And that's just a problem Overwatch is always going to have. Overwatch 2, we think, is going to try and combat this with the whole, hey, it's PvE. Maybe I see a world moving forward into the future where Valorant could be the competitive game that maybe I play, and Overwatch is the game that I play for PvE with a little bit of PvP every now and again. It's early days at the moment, so it's hard to say, but these have been my thoughts, guys, on Valorant, and there's still loads of stuff I haven't covered here. I could talk for ages and ages on this game. Things like the weapon spread. So weapons have a set spray pattern, and then they become random. So for the first, this is just a general figure, but like 5, 6, 7 bullets from an assault rifle, it's a set spray pattern, then it becomes completely random. That's not how it is in Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike has set spray patterns, so you can learn them. So you can do things like spray transfer to burn down multiple people when you're going fully auto. Valorant's different. Valorant really kind of favors ADS aiming down the sights. CSGO doesn't. So there are a lot of differences. So I guess to sum this all up and come to a conclusion, Valorant is this game that exists in a space that hasn't existed before. It's got elements of Overwatch. It's got the hero style. It's got the hero abilities from Overwatch. It's then got the weapon play from CSGO. It's then got some weapon play from Seige, but also it's got some of Siege's abilities thrown in, things like camera drones and stuff like that. And so what they've got is this game that exists in a space that hasn't ever had a game before. So will this be a major success? We're going to have to wait and see. Now on Twitch, it was really popular with the Rivals weekend. I think they almost had 1 million viewers on Twitch, which is massive. That's like absolutely massive. A lot of people were there trying to get keys for the beta, or well, get their account flagged for the closed beta. But a lot of people just wanted to see what this game was about. And overwhelmingly, the feedback was, well, this doesn't look very good graphically. But I don't think that's an issue. It's a really hard one to sell, this is. I think when you play the game, you get a better understanding of what it is rather than watching gameplay footage back. And I think I'll leave it at that. Guys, I've been Stylosa, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember, you can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. It's Stylosa on Twitch. It's Stylosa on Instagram, Twitter, obviously on YouTube. You guys are watching this now. It's beautiful. And leave a comment below and let me know what you think about Valorant so far based off all the footage that you guys have seen. All the videos you've watched, the streams you've watched. Just let me know. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.